Hi, Jacq Hackett here with another Friday Thought. Some of you might be aware from past posts here that I write regularly for Flying Solo, and if you haven't checked them out, I really encourage you to do so. They're a great organisation, online organisation for resources and also community support, really, for people running their own businesses, their own solo businesses. And so I've been writing for them regularly for a while now, but I've just started a series for them on essential skills for solo consultants. And the first article is going to be out today, so I thought I'd share that with you today. And the first essential consulting skill that I've chosen to focus on in the article is, perhaps surprisingly, listening. Because actually, I really think that finely tuned listening skills are at the heart of being a successful consultant and are perhaps more important than many other skills that you need to bring to the table. Because I guess being a consultant is a very particular role. We're often called into organisations when, at difficult times. Maybe there's a restructure going on, maybe there's an organisational review, or perhaps there's a difficult policy or HR decision that has to be made. So we're often called in at those sort of times, and we need to listen very carefully. And so we're in the business, I think, of diagnostics. We really are called in to figure out what's going on in an organisation around a particular issue. And I suppose the good news is that as a consultant, you've actually got a lot more time to listen than as an employee. Most people who transition to consulting have come from senior positions which were extremely busy, where there were multiple competing demands and, not a lot of time for delving deep in depth into any particular issue and listening to what was going on. Often people rely on others for that. But as a consultant, this has always been one of the things I really love about the role, is that's my job. My job is to focus on one particular issue. Yes, it's always a complex issue, and there are multiple variations of things to look at in relation to that issue. But I've got permission to listen. It's my job. It's my job to delve deep and wide and to talk to as many people as possible in that organisation and potentially outside that organisation to figure out really what is going on. And so the only way I can do that properly and to come up with an effective diagnosis is actually to listen to people. So as consultants, we need to be very, very good at it. So that's what I've chosen to talk about in my first article in Flying Solo. And so if you'd like to read the whole article, which delves into the whys and the hows of listening well as a consultant, then I've put the link to the article it's the first comment in the comments box below. And also, if you haven't checked out Flying Solo up to this point, I really encourage you to do that too, because I think you'll find it a great resource. Thanks, and have a great Friday.